Okay, so in this video, I just want to go over what you actually need as far as hardware and software to create some nice promotional videos, okay? So, first of all, you will need some slideshow software to create the slides, and I will show you some examples of some different software that you can use for this, both free and paid. You will need some screen capture software and some video editing software. That should say and, not or. Okay, so I'm going to show you some examples there. And you will need a nice high quality microphone, okay? And of course, a decent computer that can handle, slideshow graphics and render video in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, so a recent computer that maybe that you've purchased within the past 3 to 4 years should do just fine. The computer I use for all my video editing is it's getting over to about a year and a half old now, and it's an HP Pavilion P6000, so it's nothing fancy at all, and it does the job just fine. Okay, so let's first talk about slideshow software. Now, the slideshow software that I use is PowerPoint. You may have heard about it before. It's a pretty popular software, been around a long time, and it's come a long ways over the years. Okay, and it's what I use, and it's available for Mac and PC. So if you're on a Mac and you want to use PowerPoint, you still can. Although I think you do have a better option with the software I'm about to show you here in a second. So hang on for that. One of the good features about PowerPoint is that you can actually export all of your slides to a video file, so you can then take that video into an advanced video editing software such as Sony Vegas, and basically fine tune it and do whatever you want to the footage. The advantage of this over recording your slides on the screen with a screen capture software is that you will get a more crisp and clean animations in your slides. Okay, and it's surprisingly powerful and user friendly. When I first purchased PowerPoint, I had no idea the kind of stuff I could do with this software. So do not underestimate its power. You can create some really, really nice videos with it. I've even created some nice introduction animation type logo videos for my videos. And I'll show you more about that later if that didn't make sense. But basically, if you've ever watched any of my Primo Press videos or any of the introductions of any of my courses here on VideoRevolver.com, they were created with PowerPoint. Okay, so if you're on a Mac, there's a really cool software called Kino, and actually, if you watch the previous video and you remember the last two guys that I showed you, the kind of videos I like, Brian Moran from Get 10,000 Fans and James Grandstaff from doubleyourlikes.com, they both use Kino as far as I know. And again, this is for a Mac, and it's great from what I hear from people. I don't have a Mac. So I have not used this software, but it's great, just as good as PowerPoint, and it's extremely cheap. I believe it's only around $20. Okay. So with the software, the slideshow software out of the way, you do need something to record your screen. You're going to need to either record your slides as you're going through them, like I'm doing here, or you're going to need to record some type of, some portion of your screen. And here's a list of all the screen capture softwares that I recommend. I use Camtasia. It's what I'm using right now to create this video. But there are some others that I recommend. ScreenFlow is for the Mac. So if you're on a Mac, check out ScreenFlow. Cam Studio is a free open source screen capture software. I did use that before I purchased Camtasia, and it works great. Just not as flashy as Camtasia, but it works great and gets the job done at no cost. Jing will let you record videos, screen capture videos up to 5 minutes long. I do not believe they have a built-in editing program or anything like that, so if you're just looking to do very, very basic stuff, then you might get by with Jing. And Screener is a pretty cool software. It's a web-based screen capture software. You basically do not need to install anything on your computer. You just go to their website, click the record screen now button, and you basically can record what's on your screen. They do not have a built-in any editing options or anything like that, so if your videos are kind of on the basic side, then you can check out Screener. Just like Jing, if you're doing some more advanced stuff like I'm doing here, then I would recommend Camtasia or Cam Studio or ScreenFlow. Okay, so let's quickly talk microphones. Audio is one of the most important, if not the most important part of your videos, so you got to get that right. And I've done it, I've done it all the different ways. I started out with a cheap USB headset, and I eventually moved into a studio mic, what I'm using right now. So let's talk about the headsets that I've used. I've used a Logitech ClearChat wireless headset. This is really only good for Skype calls, or if you're talking on Skype, like on a phone call, or if you're doing a webinar or something like that. This is this one right here. I wouldn't recommend using that for creating sales videos, because the audio quality that it produces is not that great. It's kind of crackly and staticky. When I first started making videos, I was on a very, very tight budget because I had just quit my job. Didn't have a lot of money in the bank, so I bought this little USB headset here for around $25 at Walmart, and it got the job done for a good 2 to 3 years. So if you're starting out on a tight budget, all you need is a cheap USB headset like that. But if you want to step things up a notch, then I would recommend getting a studio mic, such as the one I'm using. I'm using the Samson CO1U with a pop filter and a shock mount. And what I'll do is I'll put another video in this course to a view of my screen capture setup, so you can see the actual setup that I use in person. If you've got an iPhone and you just need to do audio, like an audio narration or something like that, then you can use your iPhone. There's an app, I forget the name of it, I think it's called Voice Record. I believe it's around $1 to $2, something like that. Download it in the App Store, and basically it turns your iPhone into a voice recorder. And the trick to using your iPhone to create high quality audio is basically putting a blanket over your head as you're speaking into your iPhone, and basically it cuts out all the background noise and lets you create some really, really nice high quality audio on the cheap. So now that you know what you need to create promo videos, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the process that is involved in creating one of these videos, and then we're going to get started. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.